Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This one is Crafty Date with Daisy and Meggy, and we are taking inspiration from this layout here by Jana. Oh my gosh, I didn't catch her last name. Let me check my photos. I'm already starting this layout wrong, or this voiceover. Jana McCarthy. So this is going to be cut up in a little bit, in about a minute or so, because I do have like a live voiceover or live video that I stuck in here. And it features my son. So if you want to skip over that, I'm not opposed to it. It's like a minute long, I guess. But I am using all these Heidi Swap elements, and I did make a stencil for myself. I am using this picture of the U.S. total solar eclipse. I hope I said that right. But it's a picture that you take with your cell phone. My husband called me and told me, because we didn't make the little eye gear or anything. And I used one of these ephemera that Steak Goddess sent me in her prize package winnings. I hope that made sense too. I traced the circle, or the heart, excuse me, and I cut out a piece of tulle. And I tried using these Heidi Swap papers, but it just wasn't working for me. I didn't know what to do, and so I did stop the video and I explained to you why it is that I changed my paper. And yeah, I tried laying out most of the idea, but it didn't work out. So here we go.
Hi guys, I have been working with this picture and this pattern paper, and I'm hitting some sort of creative roadblock. So I'm thinking of bringing this paper in, and as you saw at the beginning, I wish I could take like an instant poll and then ask your thoughts, but I also want this to be true to my style and true to my style. And but I also want to I do want to embrace the inspiration that we chose for Crafty Date with Meggy and Daisy, and this is giving me a hard time, and so I think this is gonna be one of those.
Is that real, or is that just have 4 eyes and is that alive?
What?
Is that does have 4 eyes, and is it alive?
That has 4 eyes?
Yeah.
No, this is when we had the eclipse. Do you remember that day?
No.
Okay, well let me finish talking about it to my friends. All right? Okay. Just listen. Okay, so I don't know what to do exactly, but I just kind of wanted to let you know, because I'm going to stop the camera for a minute and then I'm going to play with the stuff without filming it, because then it becomes like 2 hours of editing for me, and that's a long time. So I'm going to play with it a bit to see if that'll help, because then I don't feel like I have the added pressure of recording the stuff and then having to do something automatically.
Remember that picture?
You do remember that picture. That picture will be in another video, but for now we're going to do this one, okay?
It was when I had my first birthday card.
Correction, your 4th birthday card. 4th birthday.
And then I had my 4th birthday card.
That's right. Okay, say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Oh, right here on the screen.
Bye.
Like that. There you go. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
So that was my son, and we were talking about he usually visits and then he talks about stuff on my desk or what I'm doing. Here I'm using the stencil that I made because I wanted that shape that made the eclipse shape on the floor. That's what the picture is, first of all. And I am using some Dilutions ink spray in the vibrant turquoise, and I used a little bit of water to kind of, I don't think it watered it down any. I'm not sure though. And I used this acrylic block. What I really needed is some clear gesso. I don't have clear gesso in my arsenal of tools to use. And there I made a little smudge at the bottom of the bottle. Don't ever leave your bottles on the paper, ladies, or you'll get smudges. So here I am just, making all kinds of fun splatters, and I was doing that with the intention of using this Bria Reese texture paste in the matte metallic titanium white This stuff is so gritty, but I kind of like that. It comes out very, like, you get a really thick texture. You can really scrape it off if you have to or want to, if that's your preferred choice. But you can also make it pretty dimensional if that, here I'm trying to show you the texture of it. But you can also make it pretty textural if that's the look you're going for. Here I went through some Project Life cards that I had pulled out for my mini kit, Monday kit for the month of August. And I decided to, my favorite thing to do with these Project Life cards is to use my tab punch. It's the stub punch, actually. And I like to do that with Project Life cards because I don't ever use them for Project Life. I really like the pattern of the papers. I use them for journaling cards. I use them for dimension or different patterns of color, etc., etc. And so that's what I end up doing with my Project Life cards. I can't help it. I like paper. So here I'm inking the edges of that black Project Life card that I just used. This one comes from the Favorite Things collection from Heidi Swapp, and so does the pink one. So here I'm just creating more dimension, and I try to add those colors. The pink one is pink, obviously, and the striped colored paper is from the Wonderlust collection from Heidi Swapp, and it starts off at a purple and then it kind of blends down to a pink. And so I wanted to bring that pink up to the top, and I am going to be using a lot of black and white elements, or yes, and even gray. So here you see the page mostly worked out. I did pause and stop the video for a while because it was just, I was kind of stuck. Do you ever get on that creative train of thought and you're making layout after layout? And I don't do them very periodically, even though my goal is to do that. But when I keep going and I'm like, wow, I really like this layout and this one and the next one and the next one, I feel like sometimes I just run off track, so to speak, and then I just run out of creative juice, and then I'm like, what am I gonna do? So that was the case with this layout. Even though I had a direct format and an inspiration, and I knew I was gonna do mixed media, and I knew what kit I was going to use, it was still hard. Like, I don't know what the block was, but as soon as I laid down, the inspiration really took off once I changed it to this Wonderlust paper, I have to say, and used the stencil on it. And then it kind of came all together, and I really liked it. I crowded my photos so much, but I kind of like that. I really like to hug my photo with my elements. The one added touch that was really unexpected for me was these tulle pieces. I layered a couple of them on top of each other so that the heart would be a little more prominent, but it really isn't. It isn't really heavy like the glittered ampersand that is from Heidi Swapp. And the surprise also was that felt star from Pebbles. I added these butterflies because I don't see butterflies during the nighttime, but I do during the daytime, and that's when the eclipse happened. And so I kind of brought those in to kind of add to, I don't know, it just made me feel like I could use them. Also because this is kind of a weird phenomenon, that doesn't happen all the time. And so to me, butterflies have that kind of same effect because they're worms and then they turn into butterflies. It's pretty cool. So that was my train of thought with the butterflies. Plus, they look pretty. And one was in black and white and the other one was pink. So I really liked using these on here. You have an arrow over by the ampersand. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place. And that one says, "This is it." There's a pink polka dotted hexagon behind that. And those are both from the Mink package from Heidi Swapp. There is also circle chipboard elements. Those come from the Project Life kits from Heidi Swapp as well. I thought about putting a butterfly down at the bottom, and I changed my mind. Those were my leftovers, which weren't very many. And here is the end. That Here and Now is also a Project Life card that had a little banner shape, and I cut it out. I thought it needed more black elements because there was so many centered towards the center, and then now I put the title also, that I added sequins, and I also added flat back pearls that you don't see me adding here, but they are at the end of the picture. these So Cool I colored just like a previous layout. If you haven't checked it out, I did a 2-page layout with that same font, and I colored them with an acrylic pen. They're brown, so I colored them to black, and then I added white spots to kind of bring in the white down there. And that's the end of my page. Here are some close-up photos. I did use these chipboard stars, and guess what? They're gold foil, and I just turned them over and glued them backwards. So I hope you liked my layout. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out Meggy's video. I hope she puts it out on Friday. If not, you'll see it later in her channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.